Welcome back to the Top 20 here on GAC. Well, our first guest today thrilled fans with this week's release of her new CD titled Shine. And if you just glance over here at this beautiful lady, she's doing that right now, shining. It's her 10th studio record, and it finds one of country's most established talents, in her words, with a renewed energy and new music that reflects it. Martina McBride, welcome to the Top 20. I'm doing fabulous. So good to see you, girl. Especially after the week she's had, been all over New York City promoting the record. We've seen her on television, and we're delighted that she is here with us. Because you've had a busy, busy time. 17th year of your career with the 10th record. What is the process like for you with number 10 when you put together a record? Take us from start to finish.
Well, this record was unlike any other, actually, because I worked with a new producer. He's not new to many country music fans. I worked with Dan Huff, who, you know, produces Rascal Flatts and Keith Urban and Faith and Leanne Rimes and a lot of people. And I've known him forever. And so this is the first time we've worked together as producer and artist, though. And so it was at this point, you know, on the 10th record, I really wanted something different. I wanted a fresh perspective and kind of a new creative energy. So
what made you pick up the phone and go, Dan Huff's the guy?
You know, I just love his work, and I love him as a person. He's just a great person and an amazing musician, and he's incredibly talented. And, you know, I hear his records all over the radio, and I'm just like, I want that.
Well, when you hear Shine, which is in stores right now, you will know why. You had said that he pushed you in ways, he pushed the envelope for you. What are examples of that?
Well,
or got you out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I mean, I think song-wise, there's some songs on here that maybe there's some really vulnerable songs that maybe I wouldn't have been real comfortable with, and he's a great singer as well, so he you know, gave me great ideas singing-wise, and mostly for me it was kind of just getting out of the control seat and kind of letting go a little bit, you know, and letting him do what he does and not having to micromanage every little thing.
How did it feel?
Great. It felt great. It was different at first, you know, for me to kind of let go and let him do his thing and get out of my own way, but once, you know, once I felt that trust and I knew that my music was in impeccable hands, I was free, actually, free to just sing,
and boy does she.
Thank you.
I came in on the set today, and you know, and I'm a music fan, not just your host on this show weekly. And I said, okay, Lies just laid me down in my dressing room. I had to, you know, reapply the mascara. Of course, we love Ride, which we're going to see here in just a minute. Will stand out for you for the record. What are some of your favorites?
Oh my gosh, I love Lies as well, and there's a song called Wild Rebel Rose that I really love the story of that song. And there's a song called I Just Call You Mine, which is just a beautiful love ballad. Wrong Baby Wrong is a lot of fun.
That's a great one. Kicks off the album. Listen to me, I'm jumping in like, that is a great one. And Don't Cost a Dime. In this day of everybody watching their pennies.
Right.
Is that what drew you to the song, or what was it?
Well, what drew me to the song was actually the melody and the sweet lyric, which just talks about the fact that, you know, when you have love, that's really the most important thing, you know, and everything else will, especially when you're just starting out. You know, the song is kind of told from a perspective of somebody who's been there and been through it. It's told to somebody who's just starting out in love, and it's like, that's what's really important. So hang on to that.
You already have what matters most in this life from Don't Cost a Dime. Martina's going to spend another segment with us, and then we got to let her go. Hey, voters have made your first single from the CD, Ride, a countdown favorite, and it makes our list on the countdown for a second straight week in a row. Yay. So since you're here with me, would you kindly do the honors and introduce your tune?
I'd love to. At number 15, here is my video for Ride.
There she is, and here she is with us. Time for a quick break. When we come back, we have so much more to talk with Martina about, more on her new album, Shine, and some high-profile events you may see her at, too, when Top 20 continues. Welcome back, everyone, to GAC's Country Countdown, where Martina McBride is our guest in this segment, and I'm just tickled to have her here. She's been a very busy lady all week. We're talking about her new CD, Shine, and if you could see the photos in here, pretty.
Thank you.
You just get prettier every year.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
I'm sincere. When you see the record, you will love it. Look at the back cover. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the recording process. I read where it took, or you stretched out this one for Shine to 10 months. Is that a typical amount of time, or how do you normally do it?
It is for me because, well, a couple reasons. One, I mean, I wasn't 10 months working on it every day. We were touring in between, and so we'd record a little bit and then do some other things and come in on and off. But also for me, it's about the songs. You know, since I don't write every song on the record, I have to really just wait until the songs come in, you know, and sometimes that takes 10 months, you know, until you get all the songs that are perfect for your album.
But you did co-write with the Warren Brothers for this one. You guys know anyway, of course, a big smash hit. Sunny Side Up, fun.
It's a lot of fun. You know, we sit down and we wanted to write a song that just talked about how, you know, sometimes you have to get up in the morning and choose to see the good things. You know, you have to choose to be happy some days. So that's what the song's about.
Well, I tell you what, if I were this lady, I would be very happy with the high-profile pairings, musical pairings that she has been involved with lately. Performing with, I had to uncross my legs, performing with Stevie Wonder in front of President and Mrs. Obama.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, actually, I didn't perform with Stevie. I performed for Stevie.
Well, that's
so
just
even
as
that
good.
was. Oh, it's just as good and just as nerve-wracking. Believe me. Yeah, I got invited to the White House to honor Stevie Wonder and sing one of his songs, and he was in the front row, and the president and the first lady were in the front row, and it was intense.
Did you get nervous? Well, that was.
Yeah, I mean, because it's so different, you know, and but it's so exciting and.
What'd you sing?
I sang a song called You and I, which I found out the day that I performed it, that it was, not only am I singing a Stevie Wonder song in front of Stevie Wonder, but I'm also singing the song that the president and his wife danced to at their wedding. So yeah, it's like no pressure, okay.
Oh, and you found that out after the fact?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably good. But you can
Well, no, I found out before I sang it.
Oh, hello.
But I said, you know, after I'd chosen the song and traveled all the way to Washington, and then I found that, which was cool, you know.
It's
it was
great.
Very
of all
cool.
the singers that can pull that off, you certainly can, and it was probably flawless. And you probably also fulfilled a fantasy that anyone growing up in the 70s will go, do what? Played with Peter Frampton.
Yes,
Peter Frampton.
I know.
How was that?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, we got to do it. It was a local show here in Nashville for country radio, and we performed "Baby I Love Your Way." And it was, you know, wow. I mean, it was crazy.
A lot of great musical pairings for you. And
I've gotten to do some crazy things the past few months. Peter Frampton, Stevie Wonder. I got to sing with the Jonas Brothers.
Oh,
which
wow.
my kids just thought I was, you know, biggest thing since
that
sliced
scored
bread.
you some points for a few months.
And Bryan Adams. I got to sing with Bryan Adams. It's crazy.
Man.
I'm kind of like, every time the phone rings, I'm just, who knows what's going to happen? Yeah.
Hey, we have some questions that fans sent in to you at gactv.com. Will you stick around and answer a few of them? Okay. Unless the phone rings and it's, who else?
Yeah.
Well, who would you like to sing with that you haven't?
Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Linda Ronstadt would be awesome.
She might be calling. Well, all right, time to get a few fan questions answered. These were sent in to gactv.com. Martina said she's up for it. So Jessica from Thousand Oaks, California, sit up. Here we go. She wants to know, Martina, many of your songs have played an important role in my life and marked special memories for me. What songs would you include in the soundtrack of your life and why?
Well, probably for the first many years of my life, I really knew there was no other kind of music other than country music. You know, my dad listened to country music all the time. And then I got into high school, and of course I was in high school in the 80s, so all the 80s rock music, you know, Bryan Adams and Night Ranger and all that stuff is kind of the music of my teenage years. And then when I met John, we listened to Peter Gabriel, the So album, and Rickie Lee Jones, her first album, is a big favorite of mine. So those would probably be, up to now anyway.
That's great. Hey, thank you very much for sending in those questions for Martina. We have to let her go, unfortunately, because she's out. It's called Shine. It's a great album. It's out in stores right now. We've got to let her hit the road, too. Oh, where are you going to be headed this summer? Because you are known for your big tours.
We're touring. We're going to Ireland, and we're doing one show in London and 7 shows in Ireland this summer. Can't wait. And then we'll be back. We'll be on tour here in the States in November.
Oh, well, Good luck with everything.
Thank
You're just a
you.
delight. The record is called Shine, everyone. It's Martina McBride. Hey, we'll be right back. More on the Top 20 when we come back. Thank you, Martina.
Thank you.